Today was finally the day where we got to have our very first look at a brand new reserve coming to the Hunter Call of the Wild, and it is going to be based out of the Rocky Mountains. It's going to be called Silver Ridge Peaks. We don't know the release date. We do know the price is going to be roughly around the same as usual, so now that's out of the way. What animals we can find on this pretty good looking map. Not gonna lie, it looks a little different than the other North American ones, not hugely, but I mean, it is still North America, you know. But the animals you're going to be finding on this map is going to be mountain goat, bighorn sheep, turkey, mule deer, Rocky Mountain elk, pronghorn, mountain lion, plains bison, and black bear. What other stuff that we can note? There is going to be a new gun, but this one was not showcased in the stream. And as always, this was on a dev build server, so there was quite a few bugs, but that is to be expected in this early. This is our first look at the mountain goat, and those look pretty darn cool as well. It's not my favorite on the reserve, we're gonna get to that later, but they look pretty darn good. Cecilia has done a pretty nice job. Does look somewhat similar to some animals we might have already, but at least they do look cool. I'm happy with that. We did get to see just a few different ones get shot. It does seem to be, it has true score already. You can go in and check that out. But here we have our very first Rocky Mountain elk. And honestly, they look pretty good. I think there is, I'm not sure, I haven't seen elk in real life, but it does seem to be looking at quite a bit different to the normal elk. It is still an elk though, but have a look at this rack though. And this is only a pretty small one. TK messed up the shots, but that's a good looking rack right there. And finally, what everybody has been crying about for a long time apparently, turkeys are in the game. This is the decoys. Those look good. There is a bit of an issue because I'm not sure the females are supposed to have that bright red head, but we have new collars as well. We have two different ones, a mouth collar and a crow collar. Let's just listen in.
This one here. First, ladies and gentlemen, so you see it quickly, puts it in his mouth. So this one calls in the turkeys. And then the next one, which is this crow caller, should
The crow caller was meant to be able to trigger a vocal response from the turkeys. We didn't have luck with it at this try, but he did shoot our first few turkeys on a live stream. That one even got to take off. Must say, TK is quite a bit of a better shot with the bow than he is with the gun. But look at that. That looks very detailed in my opinion. It's definitely something that they put quite a bit of work into. I do see it's pretty much just a copy paste of all of the feathers, it seems, but it looks good. Now when they actually introduce turkeys, it's nice that they look somewhat decent. There is still the little bit of, I don't know quite enough about these kind of turkeys in real life. I've grown up with the white farm turkeys myself, but they didn't have that bright red head when they were females. They do seem to be scored by something new called combined. I'm not sure if that's weight and something else, and I'm not sure the females should be scored, but it is what it is, and he hit this one pretty good. Now this is the first time we really get to have a look at stuff when he started to use the fly around Freecam, and this is our first big horn sheep. Unfortunately only small ones were seen in this stream, but they look pretty decent as well. Now watching the turkeys walk around like that, it does seem to be something that one thing that I'm gonna be putting my finger down on, and I think it's bad, it's gonna pretty much ruin the turkey hunting for a lot of people. They are tied to zones. You have drink zones for turkeys, which means you're going to be able to hunt them exactly like you hunt any other animal. Sprint around, just spot the legs around from 200 meters and you won't be spooking them, I'm pretty sure. Then bring out your 22 LR. I'm pretty sure it's going to be big enough to take them down. And yeah, that's definitely something that maybe should have been addressed.
Look, there he is. Oh. $40 meters. He's a good... Look at the rack on him. That's impressive. That's only a 3. Oh, yikes. Alright, let's see if I can...
And another beautiful looking elk. There was also a brief talk about the whole thing going on with Remy Warren. He is apparently going to be in the game. It didn't seem to me like they touched down on it very much what it was going to be, but I have an idea that it could be the Reserve Warden, which would be kind of cool. It does seem like they're doing something out of the game with him as well, but yeah, time will tell what that is. Fortunately for us, TK did start to use the Freecam a little more, and yeah, you can't do this in game, guys, but it does very nice showcase the different animals. And here is by far my favorite ones of the new reserve, the Pronghorn. He was lucky enough to actually spot this big boy, which turned out to be a diamond, and he was very close to max weight as well, so it's definitely on the big side. It does look very wonky though. One of the horns is so much bigger than the other one, but look at that. That alone does make this reserve stand out a lot. I cannot congratulate Flincher enough. You've been wanting these in game since early classic days, and here they are in the Hunter Call of the Wild, and they look amazing. Something that I forgot to mention is that the mountain lion is just a complete replica of the puma, so that's not going to be new. Obviously the plains bison, the black bear, and the mule deer is not going to be new either. You know those from existing reserves already. But let's just watch TK take out this big boy.
Alright, so he's a 5, he is a 5. Holy shit, obviously this is cheating if it's, you know, if we get him, but... hacks and stuff, so... It is a diamond! Ew! First diamond pronghorn, and he's a funky one. They must get so much bigger.
I'm not sure they're actually gonna get a lot bigger, because the max weight when he spotted it was 65 kilos. But holy...
Probably a 4, I guess. That's a nice one though, that one. But yeah, I think he's a 4. It's a lot more like kind of lush looking, isn't it, down here than Leighton. And of course the terrain is quite different too, you know. Ooh, look at that big elk over there. Look at the size of that. Oh, and is it some turkeys here too? Alright, this is a bit of a hot spot. Holy. Where is he? There he is. He's only a 4. Oi, 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 oi. Can you imagine how big a 5 is then? That is awesome. I mean, we can go and find him now at least. Get out! Look at the spurs on him. Man alive, those are huge. Very impressive. I want that in my trophy lodge. So is it gold? So what is it? So it's wow. So diamond is 481 score. Might be a grey one actually. Should we just shoot it? We'll just shoot it with a 3006, because then at least murder all the turkeys. That was really loud in my eardrums. Oh, look at that. That's a nice fan. But anyway, let's go and have a look and see. A leucistic. It's not. It was not an albino. It was a leucistic. So no true score on them, apparently, ladies and gentlemen. I think they must be just like the ducks then. The other birds, they don't have true beard. But you never know. Maybe one day. One never know. One day. That's really cool. Very, very cool. I need to we need to sit and do some turkey observing, I think, because from what I understand, the feathers puff up and down on them. So we need to be a little bit more patient with those in the future.
What is my final thoughts on this reserve then? Honestly, they seem to have done a pretty good job. I am still not convinced that it's the right thing to give us right now, that we need a third North American map, but with Hunting Simulator 2 right around the corner as well, I have a feeling that it is very, very thought out, that they want to be able to at least give the big North American species to counter Hunting Sim 2. But let me know, guys, what do you think about this new map? I really love the Pronghorns. The elk look pretty decent as well, not gonna lie. But in my mind, 7 out of 10. Let me know in the comments what you think.